She sophisticated head to the toes, acting like a lady, she ain't acting like these hoes. She don't need me, she got her own. Independent woman and it shows. She may be laughing, but I know that she ain't kidding. We ain't keeping secrets, but I stay out of her business.
Hey y'all, it's Alondra and welcome back to the land. On this video, I'm going to be doing advice. I know it's been a while. I haven't done an advice video in a minute, and that's exactly why I figured today is the perfect day. So as always, y'all know when I do advice videos, I don't take long to get into it. So let me advise you on how to get advice from me, okay? If you want advice for yourself or someone else for anything you're going through or know someone else who's going through, hit up my email. It'll be in the description box below, alondrasadvice@yahoo.com. I do respond to the advice videos via video, but I leave it anonymous and everything is confidential. I ain't trying to tell your business. I ain't trying to play you. Like, you're good, okay? You're good, sis. You're good. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. That is your way to immediately become a citizen of the land. And yeah, basically just be a supporter. Like, support. All right, y'all. Anyways, I'm gonna stop playing, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight into this advice email. So let's get it. Heads up, this is a very long email. So I'm gonna try to read really fast. If I stumble or stutter, you get it, okay? So the email starts off, "Hey Alondra, I prefer to stay anonymous. Hopefully this won't be too long, but we'll see how it goes. So basically, I recently moved to a whole new state from my hometown. This is my first time living alone ever, and I must say the experience has been interesting. So basically, a few months before I moved out here, I was in desperate need of a roommate. I didn't know anyone, so I felt like a roommate would be perfect for me, so I wasn't by myself in this big new city. So I got every roommate app you can think of. I started searching. Mistake one. Literally had zero luck for months. Then finally I came across this girl. We'll just call her Jalen. Jalen seemed cool. We FaceTimed each other and nothing seemed off about her at all, and we got along perfectly. So at this point I was set, or so I thought. A month before moving out there, I visited to find a job and look at apartments and of course meet her. This is where things start to turn a tad bit. At first, everything went cool. We were talking, chopping it up, and then out of nowhere, she decided to show me a video of her having sex and tell me other explicit details about her life you just don't do when you first meet someone. But I thought maybe she's just a super sexual person. It's nothing to worry about. Mistake number two. So the week had passed and I was already back home and we were about to apply for the apartment and everything. Upon doing that, she proceeds to tell me that she has to wait a week because she just purchased some $200 shoes for a guy she just met through Tinder. Girl, what? Red fucking flag. After she told me that shit, I proceeded to pretty much let her know I'm good on getting an apartment with you. Girl, she cried and immediately sent me all the funds we needed for the apartment to apply. And I'm not gonna lie, I wanted a roommate, so I proceeded to go forward, completely missing another warning that had been presented to me. Fast forward to moving day, things were good, so it seemed. We were settling in and I felt like things would be alright from there. Boy, was I wrong. Not even a week into the move, and she's walking around the house completely butt-ass naked. Yes, with nothing on, and I'm just going to be 1000% honest. The girl does not have a nice body at all, and she knows it. But for whatever reason, she thought it was okay, and it's also my fault as well because I didn't say anything about it because I'm like, well, shit, this is her house too. So whatever, let that go. Then one day she had the nerve to get upset because I would not let her use my coconut oil. Like, made the biggest deal about it and felt like because we were roommates, she was entitled to my things. No. I basically then told her, like, look, I'm not trying to be friends. We can just be roommates. She told me that she had no friends, so I started feeling bad for the girl, but also the fact that I had just moved and didn't know anyone didn't help either. So in my mind, I'm thinking, fuck, two, don't know anyone else, go ahead and just try to move forward. Mistake number three. Good. As the weeks passed, things were fine. We started to get we started to become somewhat friends, and though all the weird stuff was behind us, wrong. Not even 3 weeks living together, she's calling me her best friend. She's saying I love you. Like, this shit is weird. Girl, we just met. But again, I go along with it because I don't want confrontation, and I still haven't met anyone. I have to be 1000% honest again. She's not the prettiest girl, and this is me being real. So she feels like she has to overcompensate to be accepted, and I'm like, no, girl, that's not how you do that. Since we moved in, and I'm not lying, there have been well over 15 different men in and out. Why is there always different strange people in our house? Again, though I don't confront her about it, basically at this point, she thinks I fuck with her heavy. Even her best friend back home told me that it was not going to be a cute time living with her, and I can clearly see why. She still says, I love you. I don't respond. She's even asked me if she could perform oral sex on me, and it's just a bunch of other stuff that I wish I could go into, but this is already pretty long. So now I'm starting to meet people that are more of my caliber, and I mean this in the most respectful, honest way. More on my levels, and I feel like once I start hanging around them more, the fakeness that I'm pulling with her will fade away, and I'm just not going to be able to do it anymore. But I feel like I'm already in so deep. What do I do, Alondra? Should I just be real with her? I know this was long, but even if you don't answer this on your channel, you can at least respond with email. Thank you in advance. Blessings. And then she also emailed me a part 2. I forgot to add, pretty much bottom line, if we were not roommates, I would not in any way be her friend, and I'm not a shallow person at all. And looks have nothing to do with anything, but she's just not my speed, and the way she acts is a million times worse. But I'm just too much of a nice person. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I just don't know. Thanks in advance again. Okay, so basically, you get the gist of the email. Yeah, she basically has a psycho roommate. Basically, you know, probably just one of those people that seems like, yeah, like the sad puppy story. Like, you know, like she has no friends, no one wants to take her in, and basically you got scammed and took her in. So like I say in all my videos, or I don't know if I said it before, but y'all, I'm not giving y'all professional advice. I'm giving y'all what I would do, okay? So if it's not right, or if y'all ain't fooling with it, then I mean, yeah, because this is just what I would do. Okay, in this situation, I'm gonna be straight up. Me, I'm not a roommate person in general, so I need like my space, like for that reason. Like, I'm not trying to deal with no weird shit. Like, if we're friends, and okay, or if we become roommates and we become friends, cool. Like, we could be friends, we could talk every day, damn near, we could like hang out in each other's room, like we can be roommates and friends, okay? But if we're only on that roommate vibe, then I want to be your roommate. I don't even have to say hi to you. I like you on your side of the house, I'm on my side of the house. When we come in, we'll be like, hey, what's up? And like, let's go. Like, you're just my roommate, you know? But it's like pros and cons that comes with each one. Like, if someone is just strictly your roommate and y'all are not friends, then it's kind of like, how do you tell them, oh, you can't have people over here? Like, you can't have people running in and out. Because a lot of people that have roommates, you know, they sometimes have a lot of people going in and out the house. It's like, oh, that's my roommate's people. That's my roommate's company. So I just feel like a lot of this should have been discussed at the beginning. Like, I've looked at apartments for roommates, and a lot of them will say, before you even apply, they're like, we want a single person who lives here. We want someone that's quiet to themselves. We don't like a lot of company. Like, they'll have descriptions like down to the T of like what type of roommate they want. So I just kind of feel like that's the place where you went wrong. But of course you probably know that. So to answer your question, what should you do moving forward? I would low-key start looking for another place. Like, I wouldn't leave her hanging on the lease. I would either, you know, let her know that I'm going to find another place. I'll give you maybe a 3-month notice, or maybe probably more than a month, so I could find her another roommate. And I would just start putting ads up, looking for a roommate to replace my spot for the house, and she can have it and I'll give me another place. Or say if the place is like solely in your name, I would, you know, kind of have to like evict her in some type of way. Just be like, hey, I'm going to be moving from this place, you know, some things came up, but I am going to get a roommate covered for the, you know, for the remaining of the lease, something like that. That's what I would do. I would really just try to get out of the lease, just because I personally, I need my sanity, like straight up. I just can't be around the craziness. And with her doing all the extras, ain't nobody got time for that. We just trying to come home and go to bed, like, sis. But I get what you're saying. I know you're not trying to be like super mean, like by calling her ugly and she don't have the best body and she's not on your caliber. I get what you're saying, because self-consciously sometimes I think that if I come across weird people like that, and I try not to think like that, so I mess around and be nice and give them too much of a conversation than I should, and then they're like, oh, you want to be my friend? And it's like, where are you from? Like, what planet are those people from? Like, you know, it's like, I'm just being nice, like, you know. But anyways, I know this is probably a short response, but basically my advice is break the lease. Find a way, break the lease, fuck it. Get a roommate to cover the remaining of the lease, or, you know, vice versa. If you want to have her leave or you leave, just don't leave anyone hanging, because at this point, you know, you did make that decision in the beginning, so it wouldn't be right for you to mess up your credit or rental history, or for you to mess up her credit or rental history. Or if you're not like able to break the lease, then you need to have family fucking meeting, and we need to discuss boundaries. Like, word of the month in that household is going to be boundaries. So straight up, like, at this point, realize you are paying bills there. This is your house as much as it's her house. So if you want to straight up tell her something, it don't need to be no, oh, I'm nice to her. I mean, if she's not crazy, like on like psychopath, like could kill you, like if you don't fear anything like threatening, like physically danger from her, then no sugarcoating. This is your house and your bills, and you need your space and sanity. So just be like, straight up, we're having a house meeting. Boundaries is the word of the day, and this is what I'm not tolerating anymore. You know, make sure you have like locks on your door, because I know with most roommates you lock your stuff. So just handle it like an actual roommate. And if you want to let her know, like, hey girl, I do think you're cool, I do think we get along, but sometimes I need my space, or sometimes I think you take it a little too far. You know, you could be nice and be like, I do think you're cool, even if you don't, but you know, but I do think you're cool, but sometimes I'm just tired, I don't feel like talking, I don't feel like, you know, you're just very different from what I'm used to. You know, you're a lot more open and comfortable, and I'm a little more, reserved or whatever. And not everything, you know, I want to be around or involved with all the time. So stop fucking with me, basically. Y'all, that about wraps up my advice for this psycho roommate. What do y'all think she should do? Break the lease, stay, kick her out, talk it out? Let us know in the comments below, so we can help her out. Also, y'all, make sure if you need any advice, or anyone you know needs advice, hit up my email, alondrasadvice@yahoo.com. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.